For the fourth time in his career, Jimmy Garoppolo has torched an opponent with 4 touchdown passes. And would you believe me if I told you 3 of those times came against the Arizona Cardinals? Now, despite that, the Cardinals said their game plan coming into this game was to force Jimmy Garoppolo to beat them. Those are the kinds of difficult decisions teams are going to have to make, going up against an offense that has Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Welcome to Josh's Football Breakdowns, where we don't tell you what you're seeing, we let the film tell us what we're seeing. Let's take a look at how this worked out for the Arizona Cardinals. This pass is completed to George Kittle in a tight window, and I stopped it here because we're going to take a look at what looks to me to be a pretty clear hit to his head. Christian McCaffrey knows it's a hit to his head, and yet there's no flag from the officials. Let's move on. Here the safety gets mesmerized by the route of Brandon Aiyuk, and Juwan Jennings has beaten his man. And we're going to take a look here. I thought their feet got tangled up initially, but this looks to be a pretty clear push in the back. No call for pass interference. So on the first drive of the game, we have 2 plays which involve pretty big no calls from the officials. And the Cardinals will get the ball and get down into field goal range and get the first points of the ball game. I was annoyed. But after trading a couple punts, the 49ers offense would really get rolling. Here we see Zaven Collins is taking himself out of the middle of the field. Why? Well, it's his responsibility to pick up Christian McCaffrey. And Deebo Samuel takes the space the defense left behind. Notice this defender is completely turned around here. Alright, what do you think the 49ers are calling here? A run or a pass? It's a run, and this time they're going to use Deebo Samuel to pin Zaven Collins to the inside, allowing Trent Williams and Kyle Juszczyk to pull around as lead blockers for Christian McCaffrey. Watch Trent Williams destroy this poor defender. It's a 20-yard gain that sets the 49ers up in the red zone. Garoppolo wants to go back to Christian McCaffrey here, but he's well covered. So Jimmy goes through his progressions, and he sees Brandon Aiyuk coming wide open. And just like we did last week, we're going to go back because we got to take a look at the route of Brandon Aiyuk to see how he got so wide open. Check this out. Ooh, he absolutely torches Hamilton there. The ball is right on the money, and it's a touchdown for the 49ers. Take another look. Garoppolo has been seeing the field well this season, and this game would be no exception. Robbie Gould knocks through the extra point, and the 49ers take the lead, 7-3. The Cardinals will get the ball back, but on a drive mired by negative plays and penalties, they would be facing a 2nd and long at midfield here. And we're going to take a look at the 49ers pass rush. They do a great job. They don't get home to the quarterback, but what they do is they collapse the pocket. What about those 2 backs that are next to him there? Well, one of them's the tight end, and he's going out for a pass. And the other one is James Conner, and he goes out for a pass too, but right up the middle. And he comes open. Now, the defense spots him right away, but he might be able to fall forward for a few yards here. But the pass is off the mark, and it lands in the arms of who else? Jimmy Ward. A big interception for the 49ers. A lot of people said afterwards they really felt the momentum of that game change on that drive, and the 49ers want to take advantage of it. Here all the receivers are covered, and the pass protection is good. In fact, it was great for the whole game. But all protection breaks down eventually, and Jimmy Garoppolo sees some space in front of him, and he takes it. And just like Ray McCloud last week, George Kittle spots him and just goes. And Garoppolo gets him a beautiful ball, which Kittle takes all the way in for a touchdown. Wow, what a great throw. The ability to step up in the pocket, buy time, improvise, and then deliver an accurate football downfield, that is really good stuff. It reminded me a lot of this play from the 1981 NFC Championship game. Robbie Gould tacks on another extra point, making the score 14-3. A number of things went wrong for the 49ers on this play. For one thing, we can see that the ball is snapped and Nick Bosa has mistimed the snap count. He's clearly offsides. That's going to be a penalty on the 49ers. This is a free play for the Cardinals. Next, we see that Fred Warner is supposed to be covering Greg Dortch coming out of the backfield. And Warner does head over there, but take a look at Fred. He looks frozen. The rest of the defense has already reacted. He's late, and Colt McCoy beats him with the throw. And finally, Dre Greenlaw sees Dortch heading to the outside and tries to cut him off, but Dortch sees that he has a lot of green grass in front of him after Greenlaw heads over there and takes the space the defense left behind, and it's a big gain for the Arizona Cardinals. 47 yards on the play. Slippery outside the numbers, just like Candlestick used to be at night. James Conner punches it in, and folks, that is the last time you would see the Arizona Cardinals score in this ball game. Prater makes the extra point official, and the score is 14-10 San Francisco. Now there's still a few minutes left in the first half, so the 49ers would like to score some points here. And Garoppolo's got a lot of good options on this play. He takes a look at George Kittle. I can understand why he's maybe reluctant to throw that ball into a crowd. But what about Brandon Aiyuk, streaking wide open behind him? Garoppolo took a good long look at it. There was something he didn't like. So he takes the higher percentage throw underneath to Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey makes a few people miss and gains 14 yards. But I think when Jimmy G looks back on this film, he's going to see he had one to Aiyuk there and missed it. Either way, it's enough to get in range of Robbie Gould for a field goal attempt. And Gould knocks it through with 47 seconds to go, making the score 17-10 at the half. In the second half, with the defense of the Cardinals beginning to tire at altitude, the 49ers would pound them with Elijah Mitchell. And here we see Tyler Kroft and Aaron Banks coming around to be lead blockers for Mitchell on a run play. But there's just one problem. This isn't a run play to Elijah Mitchell. The 49ers use Brandon Aiyuk to set the edge. Tyler Kroft spins around, and the Niners hand it to Deebo Samuel on the reverse, a play we've looked at on this channel several times before. And notice Trent Williams sneaking downfield. And here I want to highlight Trent Williams doing a good job of letting up on a play. Yeah, you heard that right. Here he makes sure he does not commit an illegal block in the back, and it's a good no call by the official. And Deebo takes it all the way down into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow, what a way to start the second half. 39 yards. From this angle, it's another example of why the 49ers are so hard to defend. You see the defense react to the initial look of the run play, and by the time Deebo comes around on the reverse, they're completely out of position. So now it's 24-10 with the Cardinals in a big hole, and the 49ers would get the ball back. And this time they don't even bother with the razzle-dazzle. They just hand the ball to Elijah Mitchell on the same play but without the reverse action. And the result is similar. Mitchell only got 2 carries in the first half, and that was the plan all along. Save him for the second half with fresh legs against a tired defense. Deebo Samuel being lined up in the backfield garners a lot of attention from the defense. But on the other side of the formation, Christian McCaffrey's man, he's set up to the outside anyway, but McCaffrey gives him a move in that direction and then cuts back to the middle, and Garoppolo gets him the football in a tight window. Reeling, the Cardinals send a 6-man blitz. No, that's not a safety in the middle, that's a linebacker, Tanner Vallejo. He's responsible for Christian McCaffrey. There are no safeties back deep, this is a 0 blitz, and so the corners are giving the receivers a lot of space here. They don't want to get burned. Garoppolo's going to have his choice of Juwan Jennings or Brandon Aiyuk. He gets the ball to Aiyuk, who makes his man miss, and there's no one left to stop him from scoring a touchdown, his second touchdown of the day. In his exuberance, Aiyuk accidentally hits one of the team photographers with the football, but he's able to walk off under his own power. He'll be just fine. And the 49ers go up big, 31-10 in the third quarter. Facing a big 4th down and 4, this time the Cardinals do leave James Conner in to help with pass protection. And their rookie tight end, Trey McBride, chips Nick Bosa before settling in for a pass reception, and this time he's going to get it. He's going to get the first down. But McCoy tries to force this ball into A.J. Green, and it's well defensed by Dre Greenlaw. Turnover on downs. Is this a run or a pass? The 49ers fake the run, and it sucks in almost the entire Cardinals defense, allowing George Kittle to sneak out the other way for a pass reception. This is a terrible attempt at a tackle, and Kittle takes it all the way for his second touchdown of the game. (38-10), and that'll close out the scoring, and I want to show you guys a couple more things real quick. With the game out of reach, Brock Purdy comes in, but here him and Jordan Mason aren't on the same page, and Purdy is forced to awkwardly carry this ball himself, but he gains some nice yardage. From this angle, we can see it was clearly Jordan Mason who ran to the wrong side. I know fans have been eager to see him play more, but those kinds of things need to be ironed out first. But I want to show you what happens later in the game. This time Purdy and Jordan Mason get it right, and I want you to watch Mason's physical running style here. Now, I like that run, and if I had to choose between Christian McCaffrey and Jeff Wilson Jr., obviously I would choose Christian McCaffrey. But without Wilson, we're sort of missing that more physical style, and that's something that Jordan Mason could bring to the 49ers down the road. I want to show you another player the 49ers are developing, rookie Samuel Womack. And here he gets his hands on the football and just comes up short of making the interception. But later on in the same drive, he stays home and puts himself in the right position, and this time he comes away with it. The 49ers are continuing to develop these young rookies, Mason, Womack. They continue to develop their young players, and it's why they have such a good team every year. Combined with free agency and the draft, the Niners have put together a special team. Well, what a game for Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers offense, right? 4 touchdown passes for the 4th time in Garoppolo's career. When he's on, he's on. He had 3 of those games in 2019, the year the 49ers went to the Super Bowl. And the 49ers will go as far as Garoppolo can take them. They've got the defense and they've got the weapons on offense. So now it's up to them to put it all together. And Jimmy Garoppolo is seeing the field real well this year. If the offensive line can give him enough time, I think he'll be able to do that. And what about that offensive line? They're playing great. Aaron Banks has allowed 0 sacks on the season. Spencer Burford looks great. Dan Brunskill, those 2 guys rotating together are awesome. And whose name didn't we call in this entire video? Mike McGlinchey. He played great on Monday night for the 49ers. And of course, we have to talk about the defense too. This is the 3rd straight game that they have not allowed any points in the second half. Absolutely dominant. The 49ers are a dangerous football team. They can take it all the way. Nick Bosa, 2nd in the league in sacks, right there fighting for first place with Matthew Judon of the New England Patriots. All right, let's talk about what the 49ers have upcoming. The biggest game in a while against the New Orleans Saints is going to be on Sunday, right? The Saints still consider themselves legitimate playoff contenders. And in the NFC South, that's entirely possible. So they're going to come into this game giving it everything they have. And the 49ers, coming off 6 days rest at altitude, hopefully had enough time to recover and be rested, well rested, and energetic for this game. This is a really important game in terms of the seedings because it carries with it a lot of tiebreakers. Seattle already played the Saints and lost. So in terms of record against conference, in terms of record against common opponent, there's some important tiebreakers there. The 49ers need to win this game. And after that, it doesn't get any easier. You've got Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins coming into town. And then Tom Brady and the Bucs. The good news for the 49ers is that all 3 of these games are at home. You know, in this 17-game era that we're playing in, it leads to these kinds of scheduling quirks. Niners get an extra home game this year, so they have back-to-back-to-back home games. That's going to be a real benefit for them because the 4th game on their schedule after that is Thursday night on the road at Seattle. Probably to determine the winner of the division. Wow, that is high stakes. So, for the 49ers, mission number 1, win this game on Sunday against the Saints, survive against the Dolphins and the Bucs, and then go beat Seattle for the division. Sounds easy, right? We'll see. All right, folks, I want to thank the people who have supported this channel. You guys have meant so much to me with your kind words and support and encouragement. I really can't thank you enough. You have made doing this channel possible, and I'm so humbled and honored by what you guys are doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Again, just thank you. And I want to thank all my subscribers, and especially my new ones. If you're here for the first time and you like it, hit that subscribe, and we are going to do this kind of thing every week for the 49ers. We take a look at the film, and we really tell the story of what happened in the game. Leave me a comment. I read every comment. I try to reply to as many as I can. As always, just totally impressed with your guys' football knowledge and the ideas you put out there. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, it's going to be Niners and Saints. This is a big game. Hopefully the Niners don't look past them, because I would not be surprised if this ends up being a little bit of a tough game for the 49ers. But I'm sure they'll take care of business at home. Either way, you know we are going to be here to break down that film, and I will see you guys then.